Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to be redoing my Nook store. This is going to be the first of 3 videos because after I recorded all the footage I realized it was over an hour long, and yeah, I don't want to subject anyone to that much of garbage content all in one go, so we're going to break it up to 3 parts. So first things first, I definitely sent myself a whole bunch of furniture items. I also had some of my friends send me some stuff. So a recurring theme in this video is that I simply just do not have enough space in my pockets for all the crap I'm going to be putting into this project. So in that case, we're just going to take what we have, bring it up to the new Nook store area, and we're going to start putting some items down. So you can see here, I moved the Able Sisters store, just where the old Nook store used to be. And then I moved Pate down there in the corner. So I'll probably be doing videos in the future about just redoing the entire front of my Able store and Pate's little front yard. So as you can see here, I'm trying to take out as much as I can. There's still a little bit of furniture left over from Pate's house. And I'm just going to sell a whole bunch of stuff that I'm chilling in my pockets that's just taking up space. Okay, and I'm going to start picking up the old items to clear up some space. And essentially, the main content that's going to be covered in this first of 3 videos is just going to be me going around, laying down the basic groundwork, and prepping everything for the next major design steps, which will be covered in the next 2 videos. And does that sound too formal to anyone? Honestly, I just finished writing a portion of my essay, my final essay for my master's program, so I'm still kind of in that mindset of, in this essay we will cover, and covered in previous sections. And luckily for me, I finally found some DIYs on my shoreline that actually, I didn't have. And I didn't have to put in my little area there like I mentioned, where I leave all my free DIYs that eventually accumulate so much that brings down my 5-star rating. So we're going to start laying down some paths. This is honestly the most lengthiest part of the video. That and me going through all my DIYs to see what I want to build. So we're just going to do a quick little clip here, show you where I put down the paths. Because nobody wants to watch, 10 minutes of me laying down each little square of stone path. So I'm definitely reusing the pumps that I had before in front of my Nook store when I was still on the lower level. And of course, one of the biggest problems that I had was trying to relocate all of my flowers. As you can see, they're everywhere. They're just a nuisance. They just, like, one minute I had no flowers, next I had so many I had to give, maybe 70 flowers to my friends because I had nowhere else to put them. I just didn't want to sell them or let them go to waste. So I'm going to go back to my mailbox, try to get as many of the items as I can. Stupid Peaches sent me a gift. It's probably going to be garbage. And we're going to go into the house, get some building supplies. You can finally see that I went back and I did add a few more furniture pieces from the last video. So I have the couch and that fireplace. I just gotta empty my pockets of all the crap that I've been hoarding. And time to go through my teeny tiny storage, where I have literally 3 pieces of usable furniture. I'm just collecting all my supplies for DIYs I'm going to build. I don't know if you've noticed, but I literally only had a few pieces of regular wood. I don't know why it's so goddamn hard in this game to get regular wood, but my storage is always filled with hundreds of softwood or some hardwood, but never regular wood. I don't know what's up with that. I'm gonna take this bike. I'm definitely gonna be reusing that for the Nook store. I kind of threw it there one day, I was like, hey, you know what my island needs? A bike. And I shoved it in a spot where you couldn't even see it. So this part is kind of annoying. I put these utility poles that I want to use for the store right in the very, very corners of this little island here, in behind chairs and stalls. So I gotta go free them. Alright, I'm going to squeeze by, take the pole, and leave everything where it is, because this is kind of a dumpster fire, and I don't want to look at it. I think in the future, I might take that area and turn it into like some kind of fishing spot. I've seen like a couple ideas, and they basically turned like certain areas into like 5 different ponds, and you can just fish in those little areas. So I think I might do something like that on that little platform that I made. Get rid of the stalls, put them somewhere else. So as you can see, like the paths, when I kind of laid it out, there's like all these little blank spots. So I'm trying to throw like as much as I can in that little area just to cover up all that little bare exposed grass. And this is going to be a recurring theme in this video, but luckily I sped most of it up. It's literally just me going through my DIYs, trying to figure out what to build. And then I just spent, I think when I went through the footage, it was something like 12 minutes. Just going through my DIYs, trying to determine what I wanted to build. And sometimes I didn't even end up building anything, which I just scrolled through them. So I'm going to take the little rope fence, and I'm going to put it right in front of this portion of the Nook store. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bike that I picked up that was dumped off randomly in the corner of my island behind some trees, and I'm going to slap it down right in front of the rope. And we're going to try to make it look kind of like a bike rack area. And spin this around is going to be another reoccurring theme. Me struggling to move items, trying to spin them, trying to get them where I want them to be. Which is one big struggle, honestly. And there we go. So in the future I could probably put another bike beside it if I wanted to, but for now that looks pretty good. And I finally found some uses for some boxes that I've been hoarding. I like the way that these like the fruit boxes look in comparison to like the plain cardboard boxes with just a little like item leaf. They have a little bit more like personality to them, a little bit more depth. Definitely way better than a plain brown box. And these flowers, I swear to God, so annoying. I can't, like, honestly, I still can't believe that, like, I left them alone for a little bit and then suddenly they just multiplied by the hundreds on my island. And I have no idea where I'm gonna put them all, so I got to the point where I was just shoving them in corners, trying to shove them in pathways and areas that I wasn't using. Like that little walkway that we have to use to get to the Nook store, I kind of use that area as like, you know, kind of like that room in your house where you just throw shit and you forget about it, but you still want to keep the shit, so you put it in that room. That was basically that little walkway. I just threw all the flowers that I wasn't using and just threw it all in that area. And now it just looks like one big, overgrown, sloppy mess. But, you know what, I'm probably gonna redo the pathway soon. I probably won't record it because it's literally just gonna be me digging up flowers, digging up trees, laying up a path, and struggling to try to figure out where I'm gonna plant all these flowers now. And lilies were the native flower on my island. And fun fact, lilies are my least favorite flower in the game. Least favorite. They don't look good. They're very big, kind of bulky looking. The different like color patterns that they can come in, or the hybrids, they don't look nice. Hate them. Oh, and that's another thing I keep doing. I keep picking the stupid flowers. Like every time I walk up to one, I hit the wrong button, of course, and I end up picking the stupid flower. Okay, get rid of all of them here. I'm definitely gonna redo this little area too, maybe into like a little like park sitting area. But for now, it's gonna be just an area where I dump all these flowers. Oh, and of course, right when I'm in the middle of moving all 700 of my flowers, my shovel can't take it anymore. But luckily, we are working on the Nook store, so we just hop right in there, get some new tools. Might as well take a look and see what Timmy and Tommy have in store. Garbage, as always. Like, none of that looks good. I don't think I can use any of that. So just buy the shovel then and head out. And then we're also going to buy some peaches as well so I can move those trees. Buy these babies in bulk. Alright, take these and then we're just going to head out. Start moving some big trees and the rest of those flowers. Alright. So, we're gonna head over to the trees and just start digging them all up. And the pumps are kind of like in a little awkward space, so I'm probably have to move those to a different part of the store later on. Alright, get my new shovel. And get rid of all these flowers. Start laying down the path. We're gonna go into fast mode. I realized that after I laid down this section of path that I still need a place to put down all my trees and relocate them somewhere, so I'm definitely going to be using this little area here to put all those trees. Speed eating. I just thought I should speed this part up because a lot of it just takes up time and it's just me eating a peach. Also really like in this game that you can just shovel up all the trees. Not like in the older games where you would literally have to cut down a tree, dig up a stump, and plant an entirely new tree. And this one I kind of messed up on because it straight up went into the hole. And I'm like, oh, you know what, the space, it's manageable. It's not worth me digging up a whole new tree and then planting it over a couple centimeters back, you know. It is what it is. We're gonna leave it. Fill in the rest of this path. Oof, look at all these flowers. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with them. And this is the part where we start building stuff at the DIY table, and it's literally me just going through every single DIY. And the reason for that being is that I could have sworn I had the DIY for a particular fence. Because I have it in my village. Or my island, sorry. Like, I keep saying village. Like, how in the old games you always had, like, your villagers in your little village. But, yeah, I thought I had this fence. Because I have it straight up right by my Easter Island head. And turns out I don't have it. So someone probably gave it to me. And this is me checking the Nook mileage program to see if that fence is available. And guess what? It wasn't. So instead, I decided to purchase the barbed wire fence. And yeah, we're gonna stick with it. We have to be committed to it. I have no other options at this point. And then pretty much everything starts to go downhill from here. I can't believe it. Like, I literally spent all that time going through my DIYs just to realize I didn't actually have the DIY for fencing that I actually wanted to use. Take a good hard look at that baby, because we're going to be committed to it for the rest of this redesigning of the Nook store. And we're going to stop it right there, guys. And I'll see you in the next video where things start to pick up, start putting some furniture down, start putting everything together, making it look nice. Alright, bye guys.